So I cannot do what you are best in, but I can forerun you and say, by the way, I can give you somebody I know, qualified, capable of doing it better than I, and also make things run smoothly. And like, I push myself, do it, and do a mess. Because we always just look at about money. We are not looking at, if I mess this one, sitaipata opportunity ingine. But when you say this person can do better than you, remember umse atakuja kuchukua, because aliona you are that honest with yourself and ukakubali, I cannot do this. But I know somebody who can do it much better. And that is David. That is Jonathan. Telling David, actually ukikuja kufika mpaka 42, Jonathan tells David, the only person who will stand between me and you is God. We have made vow to each other. We have made promise to each other, and let God be the judge. So let God stand. If I go against you, let God judge me. And if you go against me, let God judge you. That shows me somebody who knows the burden that God has put in him for this person, and knows I don't expect anything from you. I only expect it from God.
Yes.
So where did we get ikasumba ya scratch my back, I scratch yours?
It depends with individuals, and another thing that usually brings about all these is character.
Yes.
Your character, my character, is totally different. So if I'm doing it in terms of scratching your back, I will not do it genuinely.
Yes.
I will do it for the sake of doing it, so that other people can see that I have a bestie, you know. And in the long run, I will lose focus, you will lose focus.
Yes.
And this reminds me that when you are out jogging and you see another person jogging in front of you, you will intend to compete with that person. So in this term is, competition will be brought in, jealousy will be brought in, and you will lose focus. And also, in friendship, if the two of you do not have the same goals in life, you will not move towards the goal that each one of you has. Because remember, you're supposed to build me, I'm supposed to build you, so that we soldier on to the goal that you have, I have. Our visions, when we put them together, will bring the outcome of something.
True.
So if we are moving together but with different agendas, everyone will be on their own way. So competition, jealousy, character are the main things that has brought all these that we don't see genuine friendship, love amongst individuals. And if there is, it's among few people.
Wow.
Few people that have
And
these characters.
And that's why the last podcast we did with Mike, we kept on saying we have few genuine friendship.
Exactly. Remember Jonathan. Several times King Saul wanted to kill David.
Yes.
Because when he had that evil spirit, it is David who was brought to play a harp for him. And when David was playing that harp, the evil spirit would leave him.
Yes.
Because also, remember, music is soothing.
Exactly.
So whatever David was playing, it made the evil spirit in Saul depart from him. But at times when David was there playing the harp for him, there are several times that he threw a spear at him because he wanted to kill him. Remember, this was brought after David went to the camp and killed Goliath.
Exactly.
When they were coming back from war, the women came and celebrated them.
Yes.
And the women were mentioning, Saul has killed thousands. David has killed 10,000. That one made Saul to be jealous. He forgot that he was the king. But because of these words, the women celebrating David, he overlooked that and said, why are they giving me thousands? And why are they giving David
Yet
tenths
he's
of?
just a servant.
Exactly. So when he was plotting to kill David, Jonathan and David, because of their friendship, Jonathan, Saul being his father, he knew, they are in the same palace.
Yes.
Every day. He knows whatever that is going on. He hears whatever the father is planning. So remember the first time, those several accounts, King Saul trying to kill David. And then when Jonathan met with David, Jonathan told David, allow me to talk to my father concerning you.
Yes.
And then I'll give you feedback. The first time,
he didn't appear.
Jonathan went and talked to his father. And Jonathan reminded his father, David whom you want to kill, he is the same David who delivered the Philistines into our hands.
Yes.
And we are being told when David had killed Goliath and cut off the head, we are told the other warriors, Israelites soldiers, they chased the Philistines. And we are being told on how many were injured along the way. And that was a great victory for the Israelites.
Yes.
So Jonathan reminding Saul, David delivered the Philistines into our hands. David is the one who plays for you the harp when this evil spirit is in you. So why do you want to kill him and he hasn't done you any wrong? And Saul, after Jonathan had praised David, King Saul agreed with him. And he said, yes, this and this and this, all these accounts, yes, David did. So it also brings the question on how many are able to defend you. He had what his soldiers told him, but he didn't obey God. And that's why we are being told obedience is better than sacrifice. He sacrificed because of the people, but he didn't obey what God had commanded him.
Somebody
that's
said,
how God rejected him.
Obedience also is sacrifice.
Exactly. So the rejection happened, but Samuel, because he didn't want to let go of Saul, we are being told after that incident, he went back home, cried the whole night because of Saul. And for several days, Prophet Samuel cried because of Saul. And then one day, God tells him, get up. I want you to go to Bethlehem to someone called Jesse. And I have chosen one of his sons to be the next king. And because Prophet Samuel also loved Saul, though he disobeyed God, Samuel spoke with God and told him, if I go openly to anoint David, if Saul hears about this, my life will be in danger.
I'll be killed.
Exactly. So also, there is a genuine love that Samuel had for Saul, despite Saul disobeying God. And after that, we are seeing him. He goes. He starts by and tell God, because we are going to do this openly, allow me to go with thy heifer, so that we will sacrifice it and worship you together with the prophets. Because we are told that when he arrived, the other prophets were like asking him, is anything wrong? Because they were surprised because he came
And
suddenly.
again, he was close to King Saul.
Exactly.
So anytime, probably for them, they thought, this one doesn't, because they knew King Saul was chasing David. So for them, they were like, are you sure everything is fine?
Yeah.
But still, somebody would even ask, why a king will be this determined to kill a servant?
Saul was determined to kill David because remember, after the war, the women celebrating and saying, giving Saul thousands and 10,000 to David. And another thing that I just want to take us back is when Samuel went to anoint one of the sons of Jesse, there were 8 sons, he found 7 of them. But he didn't do it openly. The first son was called Eliab. He came. But Samuel looked at his outside appearance. God said, I do not look at outside appearance.
Yes.
This also brings to us on the genuinity inside.
That.
Outside, you may pretend to smile. Outside, you may pretend to be the best. But inside, inwardly, there is another dark phrase of you. So when the 7 sons passed by Samuel, he asked Jesse, are all these your sons? But he said, there is one that is the youngest, and is only a shepherd who is taking care of the flock. Look at how David was being categorized.
Yeah.
Samuel said, bring him. We will not offer this sacrifice until he comes. And when he came, God immediately spoke to Samuel. This is the one. Go forward, anoint him. And when the olive oil was poured on David, the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him.
Yeah.
And he started prophesying. The same time, the Spirit of God left Saul, and a bad spirit from God descended on him. Look at the chain of events. So for him